This hidden camera caught the richest homeless man. When he woke up, the feeling of hunger made his head heavier, but the street noise and loud chatting of people around made him come back to reality. He inhaled the smoke emitted from the pipes of the city cars and roused from the cold bench he was sleeping on while the sun rays were playing on his face. The old homeless guy took his even older backpack after using it as a pillow and rubbed the rest of his sleep from his eyes. Then, out of the blue, he noticed something that had changed his day. Noah, his real name undisclosed, was a homeless guy in his 70s who used to stroll around the jungles of Los Angeles, California. He slept with luck on the benches hiding from the police officers, on the side streets, and in the open park. But today he was luckier than ever. When he saw this item hiding in the pocket of his backpack, he simply couldn't believe his eyes. Noah checked his surroundings but found no clues. Someone had left a $100 bill inside his bag while he was sleeping. But why? He didn't know the answer. The man gripped the bill with a broad smile on his face and clenched it in his palm to make sure it's not a dream. He was in seventh heaven because he could finally buy everything he dreamed of in his sweetest dreams. Noah hopped his way to a building named Target. The man grabbed a shopping cart and knew exactly what he should buy. Noah was glowing when he found the section for pillows and blankets. He touched the softest material he always dreamt of lounging on. There were so many colors, but he figured out it would be better to opt for the black one since he'd be sleeping on the street. Then Noah continued his shopping. It took him almost an hour to fill 2 plastic bags with items he so desperately needed. Noah went to the bench he was sleeping on and sat down. He couldn't stop smiling. It was his best day ever until 10 minutes later, a stranger sat down on the bench next to Noah. He looked distraught. The young man was named Yohal, and Noah accidentally overheard his conversation.
Completely lost. I have no money on me right now. She's really sick and she really needs the medicine. That's the thing.
Noah could feel the anxiety in the man's voice. Noah couldn't help but focus all his attention on Joel while he continued speaking on the phone.
It's like, seriously sucks living paycheck to paycheck when you don't have enough money for your daughter's medicine and you can't really do anything, you know what I mean? It's like I'm so lost right now, dude. Just let me know if you can, help out with any money, dude, because I really need to get my daughter medicine, dude. But yeah, I'll hit you up later, man. All right.
And Joel hung up and breathed out heavily.
Oh, God. What do I do?
It felt like the weight of the whole world was on his shoulders. At that point, Noah stood up and walked closer to him.
You all right, Pete?
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah, I need to get my daughter medicine, and it's like, I don't know what to do, man. Like, I don't have the money.
Joel looked at the homeless man who was still standing holding 2 plastic bags. Even though Noah didn't want to eavesdrop, he heard of his problem and realized he needed to help somehow. Noah asked Joel to keep an eye on his backpack while he walked away.
Let's watch my backpack for me and
Yeah, I got you.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Even though Joel had no idea what this homeless guy was about to do, he stayed there watching his backpack. Joel noticed it was really old and completely worn out. He was standing there patiently waiting on Noah, but when 15 minutes passed, there was no trace of the homeless guy. Joel started being nervous while checking his watch. 20 minutes had already passed and the distressed man started losing hope. But then he heard a familiar voice.
Huh?
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm still trying to figure it out,
Luckily, it was the homeless guy, this time with empty hands.
What happened to your bags?
I just took it back to where I got it, Target over there.
Uh-huh.
I had a few things that,
Oh, did you get something from Target?
yeah.
Yeah, Noah responded and quickly changed the topic like it wasn't a big deal anymore.
So you return.
You should take care of your daughter,
Noah gave a crumpled $100 bill to the upset father. When Joel started realizing what had just happened, his face went blank.
You return your pillows, your sleeping bags. Just give me, my daughter, my medicine.
Yeah.
Even though Joel said he didn't need to sacrifice his last $100 bill for a stranger like him, Noah answered something that made his heart melt.
I'll get by without this. I'll get by. I'll be okay.
But Joel insisted on giving money back to the homeless guy for his basic necessities like food.
But don't you need this money? You get something to eat.
I'll get something somewhere. Something will happen. Something will come up.
Then Joel asked him when was the last time he ate. Yesterday, the homeless guy replied. The father was speechless while feeling the tears falling down his face.
You haven't ate since yesterday and you're just trying to give me money?
Yeah.
Where do you sleep at night? Joel asked quietly, trying to hold back tears. Little did Noah know what person Joel was and what he was hiding.
Where do you sleep at night?
Here, there, anywhere. I feel safe.
Joel couldn't hold his emotions anymore and covered his face. That's incredible.
That's incredibly inspiring. Like, what?
He couldn't believe there are such benevolent and incredible people, and that he was lucky enough to meet one of them today. But you see, Joel was lying all along. In fact, he didn't have a sick daughter, and he didn't need to buy medicine. What Joel decided to do next baffled Noah. Joel realized it was a perfect opportunity to reveal the truth. He plucked up his courage, took a deep breath, and said to Noah,
Like, what? How you would do that? Here's another $500, man.
You're kidding me.
No, man.
Noah was standing there paralyzed. He stared at the money that was lying on top of his palm. How was it possible this man gave him even more money? Emotions started to overwhelm him. "Oh my God," he said. Noah was deeply shocked and warm tears started rolling down his face. Joel noticed and embraced the man with a huge hug.
What you did, that was really inspiring. Like, no, don't cry, don't cry. Please don't cry, please don't cry. Just give me a smile, that's it.
He tried to cheer up the crying homeless man and was ready to explain everything.
That's incredibly crazy. So go back to Target, get the sleeping bag, get all the stuff that you had, and then get more stuff and get a room to sleep and stuff like that, man.
Then he asked Noah to sit down on the bench. He was ready to reveal his true identity. You see, Joel was a famous YouTuber with millions of subscribers. Today, he wanted to do a social experiment where he bumped into Noah. In fact, he was the one who put a $100 bill in the man's backpack while he was sleeping.
You can see right behind that building. You see that camera right there?
Joel admitted he planned everything, except for one thing, Noah's reaction that melted his heart.
Crazy that you did that, man. Like, that's really, really inspiring. I love that, man. That was amazing.
What's more, when the vlogger posted the video on the internet, it gained over 10 million views. One user wrote, "That makes me cry too. He prefers his daughter's health more than himself." Another remarked, "A man with a heart of gold. Such a rare find these days." Millions of people around the world were praising Noah and wished him even more blessings and happiness. Joel agreed with the people, and then his eye spotted a new comment. The homeless man, he's the richest man on earth even though he has no home to live. In a fraction of time, another user replied, "Indeed, he's one of the richest on this planet. It's all about love. We can learn a lot from him."